Hi everyone, this is Radzy from Always Shining in the Light of Love and www.divinegoddesshealing.com. I am bringing you this video guidance for the next 2 weeks. So basically this starts from after the new moon in February, which was on 14th, going up to the new moon in March. So full moon to new moon, the next 2 weeks are about 14 to 15 days. So this guidance video covers the next 15 days. I am recording this on Sunday, which is February the 16th for me, and very happy to bring you these messages. I trust you've had a great full moon, giving thanks for everything that's in our lives, working through love, working everything in our lives through love, making sure there are no judgments and there are no deciding whether people deserve our love or not, or whether they're worth it or not, and just absolutely simply loving one another for all that we are and all that we bring into this cosmic consciousness, and our earth consciousness. And today's video has two decks, one which I was guided to because of the new deck the author is offering us, and the second because of a dear friend of mine. So psychic medium John Holland has, yes, here we go, has this deck called the Psychic Tarot, and it's a 65 card deck. And what he does is that he gives us a beautiful spin on the tarot. So it is loosely based on it in terms of the major arcana cards and the other four sort of elements working together. And he's now come up with a new deck, which is the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. So it's the Heart Tarot deck, and it's a wonderful deck. It's available on app as well as the physical deck, and I've used the app, and I can say it's a great deck, and it really talks to the heart. It's easy to connect with, and things just simply flow, which is why I guess I was guided to use this first deck today, which is the Psychic Tarot. So I have that with me here. The second deck that I'm going to use has been, I was introduced to this deck through Lisa Lyle from Wisdom of the Heart Intuitive Healing and www.lisalyle.com. She did a soul vibration healing for me, as well as used this particular deck in a lot of her new moon and full moon healing circles, and which is where I really fell in love with this deck, and I had to get it. It is the Mythical Goddess Tarot deck, and I just noticed that both the cards that the decks that we're using today have the word tarot in them. So I just feel that this talks a lot about ancient wisdom coming forward. So it's a lot about tapping all that deep wisdom that's within you, which is in your soul. And you've been here so many times. You're an old soul, all of you. You've experienced a lot in your soul journey so far, and there's immense wisdom and depth of knowledge within each and every one of you. And it's really time for you to tap into that wisdom. Tap into that knowing, and just awaken to your true brilliance and shine. And you don't have to look anywhere else. You don't have to compare yourself with anyone else. You don't have to see what others are doing. You just have to go inside and find your own deep well or cave of information which is there, and just have to work with it and discover it, become aware of it, and start using it. And that's all that's required. So for now, we have the Mythical Goddess Tarot deck here, and both these cards have been cleared and aligned to the unity consciousness earth consciousness, and I'm guided to pull 3 cards each, and I will sort of present them a bit differently today, but let's see. So yeah, 3 cards from both the decks. Okay. Now for the mythical god. I love a mythical goddess. I really love this deck. The images are really beautiful. They're intense. They're fun. You could just get so much out of them if you just continue to look through them. So great messages. Okay, so the way I'm going to present the messages today is that I'm going to do 1 Psychic Tarot card and 1 Goddess Tarot card, and we're going to club them together, and therefore I'll discuss the 3 pairs of cards, and we'll see what common threads are there and what really needs to come out for everyone. Okay. So the first card for us is from the Psychic Tarot deck, and this is Recognition and Reward, and this is card number 3. And I just see that there is this person standing in humility, and there is this beautiful yellow light which is just pouring from above through him, through his being. And simultaneously I want to take out the Goddess Tarot card, which is a major arcana card. Goddess Bridget comes to us, and her message is alchemy, and we just see her in this beautiful cauldron, and she's pouring all her magic into it, and the rays and her water, it's just creating a magical influence and magical mixture. So this is what I see. For now, if you harness your talents, if you are able to make sure that you are utilizing all of the tools that are available to you at this moment, rewards and recognition are yours. A lot of the times we are afraid of truly walking our path because A, it's really new to us, and B, we have no clue on what's going to happen. So we rather stick to something that is familiar, even though that may not be something which we are pulled towards or something which we recognize as our soul work. So this first sort of pair of messages tells us that if you actually really focus on yourself, focus on your talents, focus on your abilities, focus on the gifts that you have, everything that is held within you, in your spirit, in your soul. If you use that, then recognition and reward will come to you. And that, of course, recognition has this characteristic of other people recognizing your work. That you need external external agreement. I say you need other people to agree with you, to recognize you, but when it comes to reward, you can find that reward by yourself, because you're following your journey, and therefore your reward isn't how this journey turns out to be. It'll turn out to be easier. It'll turn out to be more magical. You will see more opportunities coming to you, and you'll see a lot of new doors opening, new chances for you to experiment, to go on an adventure, to travel, to do a lot more things which earlier you may have never thought of doing. And all of that just simply comes from using your own tools and just mixing it up together, and working through it, working through your abilities and through your talents to create magic. So that's the first sort of message. And remember, it's a sort of a confirmation that if you're looking for reward and recognition in following your soul path, the soul purpose, it's coming. The second card for us is prosperity begins. And again, I just feel it's a great time for new things to come. And our second card is cycles, and it's from the earth element, and it's the number 2 card, and it cycles. And again, I feel that the cycle of prosperity is now beginning. And of course it's beginning because we are now working towards fulfilling our soul mission. And I'm not maybe soul mission and soul path are too big words to use. And a lot of us might just get confused and say, what is the soul path and purpose? And so let's just make it as simple as we can make it, and that is to come from our hearts. Forget soul purpose, forget soul mission, forget the soul's work. Whatever you're meant to do, you'll do it, and it'll automatically come to you. You don't have to specifically go looking for it. If you don't know what it is, and if you really aren't very open about this whole idea, that's perfectly fine as well. Because what you need to work on and what you need to be open to is working from the heart, and working from this deep love for yourself and for others and for other beings on this planet and for nature and for everything around you. Lot of honor, respect, and holding everyone and everything sacred. I think if one can do that, we begin prosperity. We begin the flow of prosperity. Life is a cycle, and they say what goes around comes around, and we have this whole karma theory, and I agree with it, but I look at it as one of my teachers put it, as love in action. So karma is love in action. So you come from a place of love, you show love, you express love in every way possible, and love comes back to you. So that's the cycle we are following. And when we do that, when we come from the soul, when we come from the heart center, prosperity follows us. It's like we're like a magnet for prosperity and abundance, and we just attract it. Simple, that's it. And for the final pair of cards, we have the number 1 card, and it is awareness. And I believe that in the traditional tarot system, this might actually be the magician in the major arcana. So for those who follow tarot, this is the magician's card. And our corresponding goddess tarot card is Mother, and she is the seas. And I just want you to look at these 2 cards. This I feel is the masculine aspect of the energy. The magician is the masculine aspect, and she's the mother of the seas. And I believe the seas here is the cups, it's the emotions. So we have the masculine and the feminine in complete balance here. So what irrespective of what these messages are, it's awareness for the magician, and it's perception for the goddess, the mother deck. And irrespective of what these cards mean to you, I'm not being asked to go there. What I'm being asked to go into is this beautiful balance that we create in our lives, where the masculine and the feminine are in complete balance. So we honor each aspect of us. A lot of the times in our journey, I feel that we try and focus on one part of our lives, and therefore we keep the others a step back. So for example, if we're focusing on, say, our spiritual journey, and we're focusing on working ahead on our spiritual journey, then maybe our personal lives and our professional lives take a back seat, because all our attention is towards our spiritual journey. Similarly, if you are really career oriented and you really want to do something great when it comes to your work, you can maybe ignore your family, or yourself, and your needs and your body's needs and your soul's needs, and you're just like constantly focusing on your career, and that's not the way we're going forward. I feel that's the thing of the past. What we are doing right now is that we are going forward together. So there is the balance. We are honoring every part of ourselves, whether it's the light part or the shadow part, whether it comes from love or fear, irrespective of where it originates within us, we are accepting it, we are becoming aware of it, we are honoring it, and if it is something which we do not agree with or which does not work with a higher purpose or a higher selves or the cosmic vibration and frequency, then we are releasing it and making sure that we bring in something which is much more aligned to ourselves or to our higher self. So this to me talks about a balance, an approach which takes on everything, not one particular part. So as a whole, we're moving forward. We're moving forward spiritually, where we understand who we are and what we are at the core, which is a spiritual being of love and light, part of this beautiful cosmic vibration, which in our personal lives, we have our family, we have ourselves, and we give equal honor and respect to everyone in our personal life, because our life on this planet is made beautiful because of the presence of these beautiful people in our lives. And whether professionally in our career we are able to stand up on our feet, we're able to use our abilities and gifts in a way which can help us provide for our family in terms of adequate finances, and make sure that we're able to create a home and a beautiful place for ourselves and for our families to stay and live in. So we are moving ahead as a whole. We are moving ahead as balanced people. My friend Lisa, she was talking about the rise of the masculine now. The goddess is already arisen, as she says, and the female is awakened. The female consciousness is there. We've all pretty much, experienced that. And now it's the rise of the masculine energy. And it's not like male aggression and it doesn't have to be really too aggressive or too harsh. It's clear, it's making clear boundaries. That's a masculine effect, I believe. A masculine trait is to create boundaries, is to make sure we have a vision board. It is to make sure that we have a clear idea of where we're headed. It's important to have a plan. It's important to understand how we will navigate through things on this planet to make sure our plan is working. And it's just an idea of understanding of ourselves, of our work, our spirit, and just helping us navigate through this world in a better way. And I think that with that I come to the end of this guidance video. I trust that whatever messages have come forth have helped you, and I truly hope that you enjoy reading my blogs and the interactive readings that I keep posting. If you have any suggestions, then go on to www.divinegoddesshealing.com and go into the contact tab and send me an email, send me a message on what you would like to see, or if there's anything you need help with. I will try and answer all emails to the best in the best way possible. And with that, I thank you once again for watching, for being a part of this community, for sharing your love, sharing your energy, for just being here and becoming a part of this great cosmic web. And without you, this web would not be perfect. So thank you for choosing to come here at this point of time, choosing to share your energy, choosing to become a part of this great cosmic revolution where we awaken to ourselves, to our sacred selves, And from the depth of my heart to the depth of yours, namaste. Thank you very much. Blessed be.